relationship, it's all fun, fine, and dandy at the beginning. It seems like she's the one who's living it up. Oh yeah, I relinquished my energy from this man. Finally free again. The streets are glad to have me back. They think the grass is greener on the other side. They get a bench, look over the fence, it's dust. She's watching her single friends who don't have any commitment, and they're being influenced by all these other women. Now you say that you were lacking the fun, you were lacking the excitement out of the relationship. You decided you're going to take a step back and go and be out there in these streets. And now they're looking at you as a sneaky link. They're looking at you as a fun time. And now here you are, it was your idea, and you've given somebody else the opportunity that you are now looking for, which you already had.
That better life you thought you were chasing, it's ashes, sweetheart. Newsflash, the world doesn't spin around your ego or your bad decisions. Karma came knocking, and this time it's dragging you by the hair.
Listen, men, so don't I say, keep scrolling. Right, I'm going to be a bit fucking brutal with this post, I think. Right, guy sent me a story. Single mother of two he took on for 10 fucking years. One was 3, the other one was 6. She was a stay-at-home mum, and he was the breadwinner. He said he works all the hours, 6 days a week, 7 days a week sometimes, so he can provide absolutely everything and have the luxuries that he thought they deserved. Holidays, you name it, everything. So, now the kids are in their teens, she wanted to go back to work. So what she's done, she's gone back to a full-time job. Guess what? She's fucked him off. The usual, my feelings have changed. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Now, this is what I keep saying is, single mothers have plans for themselves and their children. You're just collateral damage. Right? I'm not going to say all single mothers like this, but there's a high percentage that are. If you want your own family, guys, have one yourself. Have children with somebody else. Because all you're doing is renting somebody else's fucking family. It's an instant fucking family. The pay-as-you-go family. And then at the end of the day, you're not going to get hurt as much because you're bringing up other people's fucking children, and they're not going to be loyal to you. 3 months down the line, after you split up, you could be the cash cow in the fucking family. They think you're the dog's bollocks. You know, you was everything. But as soon as you're out of that family environment, they don't want nothing to do with you anymore, hardly. You do get some good stepkids out there, and I know quite a few guys who've got stepkids, and they'll still see them to this day, even though they're not with the mother. But a high majority are. They don't give a fuck about you no more. Their loyalty is left at the fucking front door when you fucking left. They won't be ringing you and nothing like that. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But if you want a family, have your own. Don't get a fucking ready-made one, because at the end of the day, you'll be walking out fucked when she gets rid of you and you've leveled her up. And what have you done it all for nothing? You just raised someone else's fucking kids for fuck all.
That's the price of renting a family instead of building one from scratch. She milked your loyalty, drained your effort, then traded you in without a blink. Cold, calculated, cruel. And now you're left with scars while she calls it growth.
How radical are young people getting? More radical by the day. After COVID, my idea that we're going to have some kind of revolution really faded pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I don't think we're going to have some, 1776 revival here.
1789? I hope not.
Let's hope not. Yeah, I don't want to go on the guillotine either. But I think more and more what's going to happen is people are going to check out. We're already seeing this, right? We hear people, men walking away from the workforce, walking away from forming families. We're going to keep eating out the center of what actually holds our society up. We think it's abstract ideas. What it actually is young men going out, working, forming families, finding, worthy women, creating families, building societies together. That's what actually holds these things up. And it's all going to haul out from the center. And you can't import foreigners fast enough to solve this problem for you. And so what we're going to end up with is if we don't take radical action, I don't think it's some kind of armed rebellion. What we're going to see is a society that falls apart from the inside.
Men stopped trying because effort stopped paying off. Why give time, money, or energy for nothing real? Once a man knows his worth, he stops begging for scraps or chasing disrespect.
I don't know who needs to hear this, But it's okay to hurt a man's feelings. Yeah, it's okay to make a man cry. It's okay if he feels inferior to you. His fault. He should work harder. It's okay if they don't feel accepted in a space that you created. It's fine. They'll be okay. There's plenty of other spaces for men. It's fine. In fact, I think you should take all that energy, double it, and give it to the next man. He may not have made you cry specifically, but he made another woman cry over some bullshit, and fuck him. I don't give a damn. I'm sick of it. There's no reason why women need to coddle and take care of men's egos. And also, babe, you don't have to smile more. You don't. I don't give a damn if a man walks up to you randomly on the street and tells you you're the most beautiful person he's ever laid his eyes on, and he would eat the ground that you walked on and drink your fucking bathwater. You don't owe that man shit. Fuck him. Tell him his mama. The fuck? You don't have to accept that compliment. You don't have to reciprocate the compliment. Fuck them. Fuck them. Be meaner. Be meaner.
Got this complaint from a lot of women actually that men don't really make real approaches anymore. If they do, it's like some bullshit, like they're gonna catcall or whatever. I do blame the internet as a part of it, but also
I think it's safer for dating apps and Instagram because I just send a DM or send a text, you don't respond, okay, cool, no pressure, no actual rejection, is whatever.
Men don't fear rejection, they fear false claims ruining lives. Approaching women feels risky now. Only desired men get grace, others get labelled instantly. It's caution, not cowardice.
All women are 304s. Nope. There is no such thing as traditional women anymore. Wrong. Women simply aren't worth it. What does that even mean? I am so tired of all of this negativity. Are you going to insist that masculinity is about growth, suffering, and overcoming difficult things, and then just not date because it's hard? Are some of you really so pessimistic and self-hating that you will just resign yourself to never feeling love and affection? Are you really going to sit here and insist that you have all of the answers to dating, and then just refuse to pass those answers on to a woman who is ready and willing to please you? Tell me, what battle are you even fighting? You insist there's a problem, but you aren't trying to actually solve it? What is the point of all of this other than to just kick and scream? There are a lot of great women out there looking for men with your values. Go meet them, be strong in your convictions, and enjoy the life that you can create with them. Because the negativity has got to stop.
Men have heard enough empty lectures and double standards. No more sitting through guilt trips or blame disguised as empowerment.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time.
Well, I got news for you. It's going to be even longer because y'all are full of it. That's it. No YouTube talking points, no elaborate explanations, because at this point, y'all ain't listening. Dudes keep telling y'all what the problem is, but you just keep powering through it. You just keep saying it's not you, it's the men, so just keep doing that. You'll see how that works out for you.
You can't mock men, belittle effort, and label masculinity toxic for years, then suddenly wonder where all the good ones went. Men didn't vanish, they simply stopped entertaining disrespect. You can't burn the bridge, then complain there's no path left to cross.
Men are not cold approaching women anymore. And the more I think about cold approaching, the more it just doesn't make sense and the more stupid it sounds, right? When you're cold approaching, you're in the lower position starting off. So the percentage level of you being successful is very slim, and slim just die. Attractive guys don't have to cold approach. Guys with money don't have to cold approach. They have leverage in some way, either their looks or their finances, social status, combination of all three, right? This is why they don't have to cold approach, right? In today's society, cold approach is dying because you got to understand women only want the top 20 to 30% of a guy, right? In general. So if they start cold approaching in general, they're only going to be cold approaching those kind of guys.
It's not shyness killing dating. It's the fear of humiliation and double standards stacked against normal men.
Then I saw this video about how guys are like maybe shy or scared to ask girls out now. I don't know why they're not going up to a woman. Like, what's holding them back from that?
Because of feminism and Me Too and all that shit. And because women will put men on blast who like maybe awkwardly approach them.
Yeah.
And like also those gym TikTok videos where girls like work out in the gym and then there's like a guy who like glances at them for like 1 second and they blast them. That's what guys are scared of. And these guys aren't even doing anything wrong. Sometimes they're not even looking in their direction, but like, so there's like this social component now where like people are terrified to get like exposed on social media. So
a woman admitted it herself. We're soulless, heartless, and lack remorse. That single comment exposes the truth. Men no longer approach because accountability vanished, replaced by arrogance and moral emptiness. Enough said, indeed.
Or even look in your direction. But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatory, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do.
The sympathy's gone. The game's over. Actions have consequences. Simple as that.
I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day, and she was telling me how she has a male friend who she's interested in romantically. And I said, "Have you said anything to him?" And she was like, "No." And I said, "Why not?" And she said, "Well, he should get my hints." And I said, "Hints? What hints?" She's like, "I mean, the way I act around him and all this stuff." And I was like, "The way you act around him?" Like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, he should see that I like him." And I was just like, "So why don't you just tell him that you like him?" And she's like, "Well, I don't do that. I don't chase men." And I was like, I like chasing men and letting a man know that you're interested in him are two different things. Chasing a man is once he knows that you like him and he's still not giving you any type of time of day or whatever. He kind of has you just kind of lingering over here. Letting a man know, and I don't necessarily mean like, "Hey, I like you," but giving him some subtle hints at least to let him know that you like him is two totally different things.
Men are done playing mind reader games. Mixed signals, passive hints, and emotional guessing have killed communication. Say what you mean or enjoy solitude, because no man's wasting energy decoding confusion anymore. Clarity attracts, manipulation repels. Simple honesty wins every time.
All right, listen, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I can give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari. I could be driving a Ferrari right now with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore. And listen, I get it.
This is exactly why a lot of men are just done with dating. They're frustrated because they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. They are putting a lot of time and effort and money into the first date. But when ladies don't appreciate that and they go into those first dates with very low energy and very little reciprocation, the date is not going to go well. And that just leads to a lot of these failed first dates. But for women, they will just keep going on these first dates because they're not really putting anything into it. It's different for men, which is why men are becoming more and more careful about who they're asking out on that first date and what that first date looks like. He might rather suggest a coffee date or a long walk. And I think that those are good solutions for men. But the problem is that a lot of women still have not adjusted to it. They think that if a man doesn't spend a ton of money on her on the first date, that he either doesn't have it or doesn't like her very much. Not true, ladies. He's probably just a good man that's tired of feeling used.
If she mocks genuine effort, she's not seeking love, just validation. Walk away fast. Peace beats chasing shallow approval every time.
What I'm trying to get at here is like, each of you, when we talk about which choice you'd make, like the career or the babies, We've asked this before, and I'll let you keep going around, but usually it ends up being, well, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And if humanity dies, it dies. But men don't ever even really get that choice. Men don't ever even contemplate that. Men are like, well, the world needs to be built. You know, men don't get value just from being cute. Like, you guys could do nothing. You could just sit there, and every word that comes out of your mouth can be absolutely R-worded, and you can be total airheads and be totally good for nothing. And as long as you're cute, some man is gonna love you and pay your bills and give you whatever you want and do whatever he needs to do to make you happy. Men don't have that. Men have to provide value, or nobody gives a shit about them. And even when they do provide value, people still don't give a shit about them.
If men stopped handing out free attention, reality would hit hard. No instant praise, no pedestal. Women would need substance and accountability. Respect would matter again, and relationships could finally feel balanced, real, and genuinely earned instead of expected.
I put makeup on just for this date, so it better go well. And I'm not posting this, probably, if it doesn't. It did not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up, he gave me a hug and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside. He said, "Actually, can you step outside for a minute?" I stepped back outside, and he said, "I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it." So I walked to my car, came back home. Dating when you're fat sucks.
If he bailed 2 minutes in, she likely left out some truths. Filters and angles can only hide so much. Brutal honesty beats pretending. Better to walk than waste time on something built on illusion and disappointment.
Comply or goodbye. That's how it goes. Now, if you want to take my advice and listen to me, cool. If you don't, fine. You'll stay single for a couple more years.
I know it sounds harsh, but what he's saying is most women never tell you this in person. They'll be like, you know what?
Nah, bro.
You're amazing. I love you. Da da da.
And that
lie.
attitude, that attitude of I'm not gonna change, or I don't care what men want, I only want what I want. You're cooked, bro. You're never gonna get a guy to
but
take
I
you
never
seriously.
said that I wasn't gonna change, and we had this conversation earlier. I just said in this moment that right now I'm doing me, straight up, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, you asked.
That's not gonna work. That's not
Why
going
are
to
you
work.
getting so angry right
I
now?
am doing me is stupid.
Why are you getting so like whatever?
I'm not mad. I'm just
You're
telling
just
you.
getting super aggressive. Like
No,
if my man wants
because-
me to do something different, then I'm gonna do something different. Like I don't know why you're
you
saying
ain't
that
gonna
I'm not.
get him. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I am not worried about that. Like I'm genuinely not. I get asked on like a daily, weekly basis if I want to be someone's wife.
Women call it independence, but it's entitlement. Men are tired of disrespect, so they're walking away, leaving pride to turn into loneliness. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.